Hey guys, we are live. It's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show. It's Friday. Excited to have this group on. We're doing a series with Hutch Records, and their artists, the artists, Forts Like Vana, are on the show today. Welcome, guys.
What's up? Thanks for having us, Ted.
Coming all the way from, I guess, cloudy Nashville. But I'm dying to know your story. I want to know how you guys got together, and of course, I'm going to have to know what the name of your group means at some point. But introduce yourselves. Go around and introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name is Diego, also Shake. The nickname changes, depending on the day. Today's Gloomy Shake, but I play drums.
My name is Derek James. I play guitar. And I also do backup vocals.
My name's Logan Linz. I'm the front dude. We have a bassist too named Nito, but he's somewhere outside, I guess. He's going to come in soon.
He'll pop in.
So,
have you guys always been musically inclined, or, sometimes you play stuff in elementary school, but it doesn't mean you go on and you actually become a musician, which you did. So are all of you guys have a big musical background?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it all comes from all over the place too.
Yeah, for me, I came to Nashville. My family's from Guatemala when I was 9, and I didn't really know any English, so my mom put me in band, and that's kind of how things rolled out, and music just became what I did, I
love it. How about you other two? Both of you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I picked up a guitar when I was like, I don't know, maybe 9 or so.
Yeah, some smoothie on your face. A little smoothie stash.
I think we kind of all started early on like that, but it didn't really hit us and how serious we want to take it till we were a little older. But I've seen pictures of all of us 2 or 3 years old playing on something. I don't know. We all have that kind of low key story behind it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So do each of you play what is each of your roles? You told me before you went live, but tell me what each of your roles in the band is.
Nito just joined us.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, brother? Sorry, I was in the restroom.
That's all right.
Hey, we got baby.
You want to shut that real quick? But yeah, so that's Nito. He's the bassist. Diego is our drummer. Derek is our guitar player, and then I'm the singer.
You're the singer. What's it like having 4 guys in a band? Is it easy? Is it hard? Is it you guys are best buds, or can it be difficult?
A nightmare and a dream come true all at the same time.
Yeah, it's the weirdest part is the 4 of us, we're all the same person, but the different version of that person, if that makes sense. So we each bring out the best and the worst in each other.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's like, a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to tell me Forts Like Vana, and it's not spelled like Vanna White.
Mm-mm.
So I would love to know where that name came from.
Hold on. Before we go on, Ted, thank you for saying the name right.
Yeah.
We've had some random pronunciations of the name. So
what did people say?
People have gotten it wrong before a lot. They've even said forts wrong, and we're like, wait, what?
Forts wrong? Wow.
So we're like, I don't know. I suck at saying names too. I can't pronounce anything in my life. But.
Even telling people our band name, I don't know if I have a weird accent or something, but when people ask our band name, I'll tell them, and they'll be like Forest like Venom, and I'm like, they'll just come up with random stuff. I'm like.
It turns into just going dude, grab a pen. Let me just write it down for you. No,
it's so easy, but it's unique. Yeah. It's unique.
And so I'm like Fort, and then like a person. It's so weird.
No, we wrote the music, and we had 3 songs that we wrote, and we're like, okay, we're a band now. It's starting to sound the same, but we didn't have a name, and we're like, how can we book shows if we don't have a name? And at the time, at least bands that we knew that were starting to get some traction, they would pick a name based off of a mood they were in, or have some over the top bio as to why they define themselves that way. And we were all just like, okay, what if we just make a name and let it define itself kind of thing. And I got a weird mind, and I accidentally came up with that in some weird thought process. And Derek, I told him the idea, and he's like, that's the dumbest name, but let's go with it.
Well, I would thought maybe Vana was an inspiration or a place.
You could say that. It could
Okay,
be-
that's good. Yeah, it's left up to everybody's imagination, which is good. And talk about the music industry. So it's one thing to play and love to play and have a talent like you all have. What's it been like trying to maneuver through the music industry itself?
I mean, in Nashville, like it's already so concrete. There's just such a scene here. And at first, we were kind of like, how are we going to fit into a country scene? And then we decided we're not going to do that. And Nashville's actually been really like arms wide open to us. We played some crazy shows. A couple of venues didn't invite us back or whatever, but like left a big impression, Yeah. But the industry's been, with every band, you kind of butt heads with it and figure out how to compromise and get through it.
Yeah, especially too, like our genre is just really kind of all over the place, just like rock. And people didn't really know how to like take that at first. They're like, are you a pop band? Are you a rock band? Are you a country band? Like, what are you trying to do? So we just started jumping in shows with everybody. Like we were playing with like rappers, trappers, country artists. Like it's like anywhere that would like book us, we take it.
Do you guys write all your own stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that process like? I would imagine that 4 creatives in a room. What does that look like when you guys go to write a song?
It's chaotic.
It's definitely like very organic. Maybe somebody says something as a joke, and then it actually works, and then we just take it off from there. And maybe in half an hour or an hour, we got a song. Or sometimes we sit on something just because it doesn't quite sound right, and pick it up a few months later, and it somehow clicked.
Try to keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah.
What motivates you guys? Where does the motivation come from?
Our lives. It's just like all of us have some pretty crazy backstories and experiences, and
we all live together too.
Yeah. we get into some really weird situations, and we just learned how to like write a song about it and talk about it.
Well, I looked at some of the song titles and I thought, okay, that's interesting. And I was going to ask you how and interesting in a great way. I was going to ask you what your genre would be, but you consider it rock, not pop. So what happens at a concert when you guys, when you had before the coronavirus shut down? What's it like playing live on stage, knowing that you're actually performing, you're a paid musician, a professional musician? It's a little different than just playing in your garage or playing in your room. What's it like playing in front of people?
It's a party.
That's what we want to be doing.
Yeah, it's there's two sides of the world when you're recording, and then when you go, you're live and you're touring, and you're eating ramen noodles, and like it's a different vibe, you know what I'm saying? So when we get on stage, man, it's just wild. We get crazy with each other, with the crowd, and just break a lot of stuff. That's the best part.
It's like recess school. Like almost like we have to be controlled all the time. If we're talking to people, we have to, try to keep a really good, representation of yourself and the band and everything. And the second we go on stage, it's like there's no rules. Just, here's the stuff you get to work with. Here's the length. Here's, the chord you're attached to, and have some fun kind of thing.
If you want to get to know Forts Like Vana, come do a live show. That's pretty much how I can put it in the
Yeah.
So who's the most serious in the group?
Like
serious as in how?
Yeah.
I would say probably me. Honestly,
you?
I don't know, man.
Because a lot of fans that came up to me after they got to know me, and they were like, "Yo, at first, like in your pictures and even in person, like you look intimidating." And I was like, "Well, I'm just chilling. I don't like really talk much, but I'm also probably like a really big thrasher as well, because I listen to like really heavy like shit.
He's trying to sell himself short.
Of
During one show, he punched his fist accidentally through the ceiling on stage.
Wow.
Serious.
But he's a serious guy.
Serious.
I would say like I'm a really serious laid back guy for sure.
That's cool. Who's the one that makes the most jokes or cracks you guys up the most?
That's Diego.
Man, I got a problem.
I would have bet that. I would have guessed that one.
I got a problem, man.
It's hard to compete with him.
Sometimes so you got somebody got to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, man, too many jokes, too many."
He's too good. We were walking through like a Home Depot the other day, just like picking up some stuff for the house, and he looks at Derek and looks at me, and goes, "Dude, I have like 3 things to make fun of him on. Which one should I say?" And I'm like, we just like got away from him for like 10 seconds. He already had like 3 ideas.
There'll be times I'll like walk inside from a workout or a walk or something, and within 5 seconds, Diego snapped me with just a good roast, and he puts me in my place.
There's usually one that everybody singles out. I could tell it's Diego for sure. So tell me what you guys have done to keep active and busy in your business in the music industry during COVID, because you obviously can't perform live on stage in front of an audience. What have you guys done to keep your fans, to keep you guys going, to keep the band going, and to keep your fans happy?
Well, we were kind of nervous, like getting into the lockdown, living together. We thought, how are we going to come up with any material? Like, how are we going to sit here and play the same songs over and over again for 3 months straight?
Then we realized that other bands don't live together, but we do. And so we're like,
let's take full advantage of it.
Full advantage.
I think we kind of were nervous about it, but then we realized, like, when we just do what we do, we play songs together, things work out pretty naturally. So we ended up writing like maybe 4 or 5 songs in this lockdown time.
I pretty much wrote another album.
What is the long-term goal for you guys? What do you want to do?
We want to do this till we're like 80 years old. We want to like
catch me in the grave with the guitar in my hands next to these guys.
We want to just be doing it as long as possible till we can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm. How have your families been?
Super
supportive.
Yeah. It's been
not at first. At first, they were kind of like mine. Were like, "What are you doing?"
It was definitely like a scare at first because we were, young and gonna fight the music industry battle. But they're about it. They like the tunes, and the show sometimes scares the parents, but they like it.
Especially like the country model, is like, when you're born, you go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a job, work your way up. That kind of spiel, and then all of us were like, let's quit those jobs and travel in a van and do the exact opposite. So
I love that you guys are living your dream now.
Fun.
I would say my mom was super supportive.
Your mom's
day
cool
one.
with it,
yeah, because like in one of my first bands, I was like a metal screamer, like just doing like crazy stuff. So like that set the tone right there. And
the dude in all blue is we're all wearing like all black, and the dude in blue was like,
my mom was kind of like, I was just like, I'm not doing it forever. I'm just wanting to have fun. And now just doing different bands and stuff, man. It's been awesome. So I just jump different genres. That's my thing.
I love that you can sense the camaraderie between you guys, which is also cool. You can't really fake that. That's why I love doing live stuff. And I think that's really important too. It certainly must help if you live together, work together. You're together 24/7.
24/7.
Eat together, sleep together.
I love it.
Walks together. We hold hands sometimes.
Oh, good. Oh, there he is. There's the funny guy.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we were wearing the same outfit. That's
It was weird. We didn't plan it. We looked at each other.
But you know what happened, man? They got choked on all day. They were 20, man. So.
All right, so I want people to hear you. So I want them to hear your music. So tell me, set it up. I'm going to disappear for a minute, but you guys, I'm here, and you're still live. Set up the music. I want people to hear how you sound. I want people to see you guys perform. And I'm gonna disappear, and you guys are gonna be full screen.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we were in the middle of recording an album until the whole Corona thing happened, and we had to head back home and wait it out and everything. But this is one of the songs that we were lucky enough to finish recording before we had to put it all on pause. But this one's gonna be called it's called Angel Wings. We're really excited to get it out.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Should probably be way louder though.
Oh yeah.
Hit that shit. Yeah. You got me a wonder. How lucky can I be? It should be passed by. Your beauty that shines in me, baby, tonight will be for you to show the world how I adore you. Shout it with praise to say you're saving grace, a sweet melody. Gotta hear go down, down, baby, rock to infinity. Falling me and falling closer to you now, baby. Wrap your wings around me. If the stars aligning on you, they shine. Then I'll fall for you till the day I die. Let it go down, down, baby.
moments, a feeling we cannot replace, so we can't replace. So let's paint a canvas to what our hearts create. Maybe tonight will be all for you to show the world how I adore you. Shout it in place and say, you're my saving grace, a sweet serenity. Down, down, baby, fly to infinity. What we mean, going closer to you now, now, baby. Your wings surround me. The stars aligning on you, they shine. That I'm out for you till the day I die. Down, down, baby. Tonight, the light I bring you wings. Tonight, the light I bring you wings. Tonight, the light I bring you wings. Go ahead, roll down, down, baby, fall to infinity. Then pull me closer to you now, now, baby. Wrap your wings around me, hey. Down, down, baby, fall to infinity. What we mean, rolling closer to you now, now, baby. Let your wings around me, hey. The stars align on you, they shine. Then I'll go for you till the day I die. Down, down, baby. Tonight the light I bring you wings. Oh, tonight the light I bring you wings. Tonight the light I bring you wings. And tonight the light I bring you wings. Tonight the light I bring you wings. And tonight the light I bring you wings. Will I do high? Whoa, will I do high?
Ooh, that was a little ending right there.
That was so good.
Thank you.
You know, I was not expecting that voice.
It's my one.
I was very glad that when I first heard you sing, that I was not on the screen with you, because I'm pretty sure my eyes were like, what? Did that just come out of him? But beautiful, you guys. So what I loved about the performance, first of all, I have to ask you about the song in a minute, but what I loved about the performance is you guys are all cohesive. You're in that teeny tiny little spot, and you couldn't have been more in tune with each other, which is really a testament to how much you practice and how much you have crafted. You have really taken over your craft. So kudos to you. Tell me about the song, Angel Wings.
Oh man. So let me just kind of throw it back to like young Derek and Logan days. We were both kind of like grew up playing music in the church a little bit. When we first moved down to Nashville, we decided to write a song inspired by maybe the choral voices that we heard listening in the church days. But
we wanted to find an angelic way of
telling somebody you really, really
wanted to do some sinning.
Want to do non-churchy things with them.
Yeah, and we wanted to do it in like a cool way that was still romantic and like angelic, big and loud. And we're like, let's try to say Angel Wings, and people are like, you're gonna say what?
You know what I also loved about the performance is I like anything that's a little bit stripped down like that, like acoustic. Just you guys just sound so good together. It's a big testament to you. I really do think that was awesome. Can people buy your music now?
Yeah, you can buy it on iTunes.
Yeah.
But you know, we have it free too on Spotify and YouTube. A bunch of other platforms that I've never heard of before that are there.
I want you to make some money.
Yeah.
That's my goal. We have time for another song, but I only asked for one. Do you guys want to perform another?
Yeah,
okay. All right, good. I'd like that.
You want to do that one?
Yeah.
So this is one we've been messing around with for a while. This one's called Crazy Stupid, and we wrote it about like everyone our age. They just like to just text you at like 3 a.m. and see if you want to like hang out and do stuff, but it never turned into anything. And we thought it was kind of dumb, so we wrote a song about it.
I love it.
Not a personal experience.
Not a personal experience or anything.
Hey there, don't mean to wake you. It's 4 a.m. so what you trying to do? I'm all alone and I don't want to go alone. How much you drinking? Are you wasted? I've been sipping and I'm faded. Do you want me? Are you playing to risk it all? Truth is, it's crazy. This rush is amazing. Got my head chasing clouds. Don't leave me waiting. I'm hooked on this daydream. Come here and play me like a love. You only call me when you're horny in the morning. Always saying that you need me. How I want it. It's stupid how I want you. Then it don't matter what you're saying. I'm just sick of hesitating. Do you want me? 'Cause we gon' fall in love tonight. Alright. Truth is, it's crazy. This rush is amazing. Got my head chasing clouds. Don't leave me waiting. I'm hooked on this daydream. Come here, play me like you know. You only call me when you're horny in the morning. Always saying that you need me. How I want it. It's crazy, stupid how I want you. Then I sat and waiting on a Sunday morning. Sitting by the phone, I call you. You're incoming. It's crazy, stupid how I want you. Then yeah. Truth is, it's crazy. This rush is amazing. You got my head chasing clouds. Don't leave me waiting. I'm good on this daydream. Come here, play me like you know. Only call me when you're horny in the morning. Always saying that you need me. Oh, I want it. Crazy, stupid how I want it. Then I lie. You only call me when you're horny in the morning. Always saying that you need me. How I want it. Crazy, stupid how I want you. Then I said it waiting on a Sunday morning. Sitting by the phone, I called you. You're becoming crazy, stupid how I want you. Then yeah.
Woo! That was so good. I'm really glad you can't see me dancing behind the moving to the beat. Nobody wants to see an old guy do that.
Hey, that made our day. That's what we love to hear.
I loved that. You know what? I had some questions. Somebody asked, several people asked. Of course, it's always about the drums at some point. What's the acoustic drum setup?
You gotta lift it up for him.
Yeah.
He's on. Remember, he's on a yoga. He's balancing this drum.
Yeah, he's balancing on a yoga mat.
This yoga roll as a table.
Man, we're just rocking a rolling SPDX. And yeah,
It's
we just threw some random sounds on there, and we just got it hooked up to the speaker.
He said something about a. I'm gonna butcher this, but maybe a
Oh, the cajon.
He's sitting on
Yes.
it.
Yes.
We have a cajon, but
This
it's
is a chair.
it's a chair now.
We're actually sitting on the same thing.
They look like they're on a canoe together right
Yeah,
now.
like-
Like, right behind each other.
We're a little train right now.
So let me ask you one last question, and I want to ask a professional question. What advice would you give somebody who's looking at this and thinking, all right, I've got talent, I can sing, or I can songwrite, or I can play the drums, guitar. What advice would you tell them about pursuing that? Now that you guys are in it and you're living it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Jump in head
Write
first. Don't look
songs,
back.
post songs, reach out to people, collaborate,
Yeah.
just do it.
I think a big thing too, man, just like trust yourself and like, you know, it's your personal voice. So, you know, we sound like Force Like Vana, but you shouldn't necessarily, you know, it might be an inspiration, but your own voice is what makes you you. So, you know, if you believe in yourself and, you know, you're going to find people that believe in you, like us. Yeah. We're getting deep here, Ted. We've been playing for a couple of songs.
I love it.
You got to find people that believe in you and they're going to
Amen.
keep you on.
Amen.
Yeah.
Definitely collaborating, because like nowadays everyone just wants to like do it on their own and like make like bedroom beats and put songs out, but like it's not as cool because like music is cool when you do it with other people. So
Agreed.
we're a big believer of like making it all
I
happen
mean,
together.
Find your team in your circle. And we'll
Just
try it.
always
But, like, make a
create.
team, yeah.
Always create music. You know, like even if it's just for you know what I'm saying? Like it's always
Yes.
about having a good time, whether you want to do it with friends or family or by yourself, man. Just
Yeah.
Like we
Just
play
always
like
put
this.
music out.
We'll do these songs, but sometimes in that rehearsal space, like we'll do just the most random, ugly styles just for the sake of writing, and it's just a good time.
The neighbors hate it, but man, we love it.
So how can people support you? What can they do? How can they reach out? What's the best way to reach you? Share with them. I know I tagged you on Facebook, but you know, what if somebody wants to book you or wants to learn more?
Definitely DM us on either Facebook, Instagram, not on Twitter because our DMs there just turned crazy.
Twitter DMs are not a place for serious conversation.
Yeah,
I
Twitter got
agree.
me on. We did the hustle thing at first of just, you know, trying to DM everyone on social media, almost like the virtual pass out flyer kind of game. And but we learned, you know, social media is so powerful that if anyone wants to get a hold of us, they can just hit us up there.
Fantastic. All right.
Down records.
Yeah, but for booking, hit up Hutchdown Records because
Touchdown Records. I tagged them too. You guys were a joy, man. That was really good. I appreciate all four of you coming on. I love your spirit. Definitely lights in the world. It's really cool what you guys are doing. And I'd love for you to come back, you know, when you hit it giant and big. Don't forget the little old Ted show. But thank you so much for coming on and sharing your hearts and your passion with us. It was awesome.
oh yeah, thank you, Ted.
Yes.
We'd love to be back. Thank you.
All right. I'd love to have you. So Forts Like Vana, guys, Touchdown Records.
you already know.
See you soon. Thank you
Yeah,
so
later.
much.
Until next time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.